everything's going to work out well here. We're probably still backwards because that's what YouTube has been doing lately. But thank you for being here on a Sunday. Number one, happy Sunday. It is December 8th. We are just a couple weeks away from Christmas. A lot of stuff has happened over the last 24 hours. Just a lot to really get into today. But the first thing I'd like to jump into is exactly what the title says. I cannot believe she asked him this question. And let me explain what I'm talking about. The Meet the Press interview with Donald Trump and what's her name, Lauren Welker, when she asked him if he would pardon himself. She brings up, obviously, Joe Biden pardoning Hunter Biden. But let me remind you what we talked about a couple days ago, where the pardoning of Hunter Biden was akin, I guess is the right kind of word here, to admitting guilt. Him pardoning him admitted his guilt to everything. So I want you to remember that as you listen to this little excerpt from Meet the Press. And nobody's saying you can't hear me, so I think we're good to go. Let's just take a little quick listen to this right here. You ready?
I asked you last time we sat down for an interview if you were going to pardon yourself. You said no. But now that President Biden has pardoned his son, Hunter, are you reconsidering? Might you pardon yourself?
Wait for it.
I didn't do anything wrong. I was given the option. And the lawyers told me, a very specific lawyer, I don't have to go into who, but very high up in the administration said, sir, if you pardon yourself, you're going to look guilty. And you did nothing wrong. Oh, I had that option. I could have saved myself a lot of legal fees. But it turned out that I was right. Look at what's gone on. Everything's being dropped. I still have a Fani Willis, a total hoax. That's a total hoax. It's all being...
Okay, so that's all that matters. Even Trump understands. And I like how that was a subtle reminder that Hunter Biden is guilty, because if he wasn't guilty, his daddy wouldn't have needed to pardon him from past and future could have been issues, maybe could come up issues, whatever. Like, he got a blanket pardon, which is absolute trash, right? The fact that they gave him a blanket pardon is absolute trash. I'm trying to make sure you guys can see everything in here. The audacity of this woman. Now, obviously, she has to ask these questions, right? Because you're going to have people who want to know the answer. You have the left probably out there right now drooling over the fact that, oh, well, if Joe Biden pardoned Hunter, you know Donald Trump's going to come through and pardon himself, blah, 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 blah. But it's because the left isn't that smart. They don't realize that the only reason Joe Biden pardoned Hunter is because he's guilty of all the things that he admitted to being guilty to, plus guilty on so many other counts of things. And it kind of covers Joe Biden's ass at the same time by pardoning his son, because now certain things cannot be brought up, can't be tried, and it keeps Joe Biden's name out of everything. You know, the Biden crime syndicate, the Biden crime family. You have to ask yourself how they can have as much money as they have based off of a presidential salary, and it doesn't make sense. But I love the fact that she asked the question, but I was like, ma'am, are you kidding me right now? Like, why is this even a question? But let's go to another one, because I have a lot of them here. I'm trying to find them all. This one's 3 minutes long, and it's RFK Jr. related. We'll go back to that one in a second. This one, also 3 minutes. Hold on. This one. Y'all, you're going to love this one. You ready for this? Because remember when she asked Tom Homan, when they did the Meet the Press interview, she asked Tom Homan, well, what happens with deportation when, you know, you deport the parents? Are you going to split up the families? And Tom Homan straight face said, no, deport the whole family. Kids got to go too. Basically how I'm paraphrasing, obviously. But I was like, sir, yes. Like, if as parents, you don't want to see your kids get deported, then don't put them into a situation where they would need to be deported. If you don't want to see your kids get in trouble for something that you have done as a parent, then maybe as a parent, you shouldn't do dumb shit that gets you in trouble. It feels pretty obvious, like a common sense kind of thing, but unfortunately, it seems that common sense has gone out the window over the last 4 years. Like, the farther we go in this Biden-Harris administration, the more common sense and moral seems to have just flittered off somewhere, who knows where. But let's listen to her ask this question to Donald Trump. You ready? I can just guess what his answer is gonna be. Ready?
Let me ask you about another group of people, the estimated 4 million families in America who have mixed immigration status. So I'm talking about parents who might be here illegally, but the kids are here legally. Your borders are
talking about separation.
Yeah, well, I mean, there are two aspects to this. Your border czar, Tom Homan, said they can be deported together. Correct. Is that the plan?
Well, that way you keep well, I don't want to be breaking up families, so the only way you don't break up the family is you keep them together and you have to send them all back.
Seems pretty obvious to me. If you don't want families broken up, then deport them all at the same time. But here's the thing. Anchor babies should not have more rights than citizens do, right? They shouldn't have the same rights as citizens. People are kind of on the fence about that. They think, you know, the child did nothing wrong by being born here. Why should they be punished? Well, unfortunately, you are punished for the crimes of your parents. Like, it is a crappy situation to be in. I can guarantee you that I personally probably know some kids who were born here, but a parent or both parents are probably illegal. Remember, I was in construction for a very long time. There's a lot of illegal immigrants in construction that are doing a lot of the work to pave the roads, build the houses, paint your house, do your yard, all these different things. And then they come here, but they get jobs, they try to pay taxes, they do all these things. A baby is born here. That child, unfortunately, through no fault of their own, is going to be subject to whatever punishment the parents are subject to for what they have done. So it's a difficult one as a parent to see a child get dragged into something that they had no say over, kind of like abortion. But at the end of the day, it's not up to me what happens to those kids. It's up to those parents, and whatever those parents do, they have to understand, they have to take responsibility for how it affects not only them but their children as well. So that's that. I got another one here for you. That's the Tom Homan one. We did that one. We'll do the RFK one later, but wait, there's more, because wait, where is it? So many things bookmarked here, so many things. Where's the one, y'all? Hold on, I'm trying to find it because it's a really good one. I mean, they're all really good, right? Anyway, oh, this is the one I wanted to play because I was talking about Joe Biden and all the money that he seems to have, which I'm not quite sure how he's so very rich. And I want you to listen to, this is a Representative Scott Perry. This was, I don't know where exactly this was. When the question was asked, it's hard for me to tell from here, but I want you guys to hear the question and then what he had to say in regards to the Bidens, right?
As opposed to allegations, to show to the American public that would merit an actual impeachment inquiry of Joe Biden and prove that today isn't just about some of you.
Oh, I don't know.
Bullying Speaker McCarthy for the sake of enacting political revenge.
This isn't about political revenge. We have the bank accounts. We can see, ma'am, you can see that the homes that the Bidens own can't be afforded on a congressional or Senate salary. You also understand that it's not normal for family members to receive millions of dollars from overseas interests. Those things aren't normal. It's not normal to have 20 shell companies. These things are not normal, and it alludes to not only just widespread corruption, but money laundering, if not influence peddling itself. And we also have the president, the vice president at the time, on record saying that the prosecutor was fired. Well, son of a bitch, the prosecutor was fired, right? Because the prosecutor was going after the company that his son was working on. That's what we have. If you can't see that, if you are that blunt, look, I'll turn it over to the attorneys.
People can't see that. They think it's political revenge.
It's because you don't report on it.
I'm not sure how you know what the American people think, but here's what they might wonder. Actually, if you're a federal prosecutor, you would be asking yourself, how can there not have been an indictment for
Right. Just one, I like the fact that he got like pissy at the end. He was like, you're not asking the questions, you're not talking about it, whatever. And I was like, oh, yes, Scott Perry. I don't know anything about Scott Perry. I don't even know what state he's in. I'm not even gonna pretend like I have half a clue of who he is, but I like the way he answered that question, because you have mainstream media who has spent the last 4 years kissing the ass of everything Democrat or Biden related, Obama related, Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, all of them, Fauci, everybody kissing their butt instead of actually doing doing the journalistic work that's necessary, doing the investigations that are necessary. You're going to call yourself a journalist, and yet you're not going to bring the actual truth to the people because you don't want to ask the hard questions, because you don't want the press secretary to not call on you next time, or you don't want Biden or Facebook to say you can't be on their website. Like, come on now. Like, mainstream media has made it so that most Americans do not know what is actually going on in their own country. They see a little tidbit from, the left on how great transgenderism is and how awful Donald Trump is, and they run with it, as opposed to seeing what's going on with these children after they've been pushed and prodded into getting either puberty blockers or genitalia mutilation, and whatever the crap the words are. They don't follow up with them 2 years later, 3 years later, where these kids are having serious mental issue orders and disorders and health issues because they regret everything they've done, but they were pushed. Listen, I digress every single time I get into that topic because it just it irks me beyond all belief. Mainstream media is trash. Like, that's the only real way to phrase it. Mainstream media is trash. They are all paid shills who care more about keeping their suppliers, meaning their money givers, their suppliers, happy than keeping the American people actually informed. So I don't really put a lot of stock in anything that reporters like that were asking the questions. I don't really put any stock in anything they have to say, right? Because they're not going to ask the questions that are necessary. And even if they do, they're not going to give you the actual response. They're going to butter it up or twist it around or make it seem some sort of way, because their whole job is to gaslight the crap out of the public, right? So, oh, y'all are saying Scott Perry's from Pennsylvania. That's interesting, because Scott Shapiro is trash and he's from Pennsylvania. Good to know. Okay. Anyway, let's continue on here. I saw this thing. That's what I want to talk to you guys about. Okay. So listen, this happened. I'm trying to figure out how to put it all together. Remember, that was on my husband's live stream yesterday. Crap. So on my husband's channel, Kevin_24x7, we did a live stream yesterday and we were talking about Diddy. All right. This is way off topic of anything I'd planned on doing, but I forgot and I want to talk about this. So we were talking about Diddy and all his crap. And I'm like, I bet he's not in jail. He's probably sitting off somewhere, doing regular Diddy things, because that's like, the left is the Diddy party. Like, that's everybody at a Diddy party is a Democrat, and they want to keep those going. So they're probably not really doing everything they can to ensure that he is like behind bars and not still throwing little Diddy parties. But I was telling my husband yesterday that right before Diddy got caught and shipped off to jail, he was supposed to go into this big business deal with Tyler Perry, right? Tyler Perry Studios in Georgia. Tyler Perry is known for being Medea, for basically being a man who dresses up as a woman. That's like his character, is the black grandma kind of thing, who is ghetto and violent and whatever else, but spiritual somehow. And all Tyler Perry movies, I can't stand Tyler Perry. He is what is wrong with media, because every single Tyler Perry movie, he makes all the black women either extra ratchet, makes them look stupid, makes them angry, makes them look like all they do is get beat or cheated on, or that they don't know how to take care of kids. Tyler Perry hates women. Just so we can get that out there. If you have ever seen a Tyler Perry movie, you will know there's always that what is the word? Brain. Come on. You've had coffee and food. Do your job. Can't think of it. Whatever. Doesn't matter. He has a tendency to put them in these buckets of what people think black women are supposed to be, and it gives black women a very bad name. Now, obviously, there's black women out there who just fall right into it, but guess what? There's white women out there who fall into the same stereotype. There we go. Got it. Stereotypes and categories. Hey, there's all kinds of women who fall into it, but he has a tendency in his movies, because they're based off, black stories, black men and women, and for the black population, he makes them seem awful And all that does is continue to push and push and push this narrative that black women aren't shit. And then black women get mad at me because my husband's black and he married a white woman. And it's like, it's not his fault. Number one, skin color doesn't matter. I could have been purple and he would have liked me, and he could have been, you know, orange and I would have loved him. Doesn't matter. It's the person. But they see it and they're like, well, why are black men choosing white women? You can thank Tyler Perry for that shit, because you have media portraying black women as something that black men want to stay away from, just because Tyler Perry makes it seem like black women are trash, and it's absolutely awful. And I don't know why anybody watches a Tyler Perry movie, let alone a black woman watches his movies, because they should boycott him all day long, because he is absolute trash, right? And right before Diddy went to jail, they were supposed to go in, like, billions of dollars, work together to start this new company, which I don't have all the information on what that company was supposed to be. But here's what's crazy. So yesterday or the day before yesterday, oh, come on, Michelle. Where is this? Hold on. Maybe it's on Facebook. Where's it on Facebook? The president of Tyler Perry Studios, y'all ready for this? The president of Tyler Perry Studios was killed in a horrific plane crash. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying. The president of Tyler Perry Studios had a lot of dealings with Diddy and Democrats in general, and suddenly has perished. All right. This is, where is it? Hold on. I found it. Where'd it go? Come back. Okay. So Tyler Perry Studios was one of the few major studios to stay open during the 2020 pandemic. Even featuring, this is what's crazy to me, even featuring its own replica White House. Okay. Please keep that part in mind. In October of that year, Joe Biden visited the studio for a campaign event. So Joe Biden went to Tyler Perry Studios in Georgia and hung out in the fake White House. All right, number one. Earlier this year, an $800 million expansion of Tyler Perry Studios was paused, with concerns over the rapid rise of artificial intelligence playing a key role in the decision. That's what they're saying. It was announced today that Tyler Perry Studios president Steve Minch had passed away following a plane crash. I need you to see this. You don't need to see there's no audio that's necessary. But look, this is the exact replica of the White House. This isn't the White House. This is on Tyler Perry Studios in Georgia. Canton? I don't remember what city it's in. We pass through it all the time. But this is the replica of the White House, all right, at Tyler Perry Studios. I guess where they film all the different movies and whatnot. I don't even know how to explain the way my brain looks at this. But I see this replica White House, this fake White House. And I see the fact that the president of Tyler Perry Studios was just, died, murdered, killed, whatever, died. The same time, the Brian Thompson guy, United Healthcare, he was assassinated. He had he was about to go into a trial and testify against Nancy Pelosi for like insider trading kind of stuff. This guy happens to die right at the same time that Diddy and Tyler Perry are pausing on an $800 million investment together because of AI bullshit. At the same time, Diddy's in jail for all these things, and all these names are about to be released. There's something here. I can't even tell you exactly what it is. I just know that I saw all these in like my little spidey sense, like the hairs on my arm and back of my neck kind of stood up, and I was like, oh, something's going to happen with this later on. Something will come from this. There is no doubt in my mind that in a few months' time, we will hear something about the Steve Minch guy and Diddy, or Steve Minch and Biden, or something to do with that fake replica White House. There's something there. I'm telling you right now, there's something there. So let's just go ahead and mark this. December 8th, SquirrelTribe said, there's some shit gonna pop off with Tyler Perry Studios, Diddy, the death of that guy, and Biden. That's all I'm going with? That's all I'm going with. Okay, so that's that. Thank you for letting me have that small little, whatever the crap we want to call that. I'm going to keep that bookmark too. I have downloaded it to my phone, everything, because heaven forbid they try to erase all this stuff. Oh no, mama keeps receipts, boo-boo. We got receipts. I'm keeping it. I'm holding on to it. It will not go missing on my watch. We could talk about Syria, but that feels like a whole long thing. So instead, we're going to talk about this. So you guys have heard of HelloFresh, right? HelloFresh, the food delivery company. So HelloFresh, they are popular for sending out meal kits so that you don't have to go shopping at the grocery store. They send you just enough to make a meal so you don't have the leftovers, no waste, none of this stuff. And it seems like a great idea, right? Like, it's a great idea to have HelloFresh. I've seen it used. I haven't used it myself. My brother-in-law has. I've seen the meals that come out of it. They look great, whatever. They're expensive as hell for one meal. I'm like, ooh, no. Now I understand why they're expensive, because they're having to probably retain a bunch of lawyers because they use illegal underage child labor. So this is the U.S. Department of Labor is investigating HelloFresh. The company has been using illegal migrant children as part of their labor force. Real quick, do you remember when just a few months ago we talked about the fact that one of the, if I could remember the name of this company, that would be great. It's probably going to win $1 million before I remember the name. The company in Minnesota, some state that starts with an M. I'm really bad at this today, remembering everything. There was a company that got caught because they had underage illegal immigrant children working the night shift to clean up in a meat packing plant, a butchering location. I don't remember if it's butchering or meat packing, but either way, and it was beef related, not chicken. So it's not Tyson. Although Tyson does beef also. They do everything. Smuggle children, hire illegal immigrants, whatever. I don't remember where it was. You guys may remember, but there have been a lot of food industry locations and businesses who have been caught using illegal immigrant children for labor. And you have to, I think it was Michigan. I don't think it was Mississippi. I do think it was Michigan or Minnesota. Minnesota would make sense because Tim Walz is trash and I feel like he's trying to destroy his whole state. But then you had Tyson, the Tyson company, who laid off American citizens to hire illegal immigrants because they were getting a federal tax credit or refund or some other dumb shit, right? And we know that the whole child labor and the illegal immigrant stuff, it's not just happening in other countries. It is happening here too. It is something that is prevalent amongst big corporations because they care about their profit more than they care about anything else. We know there are almost 325,000, 350,000 missing children throughout the United States. Imagine how many more there are of illegal children that we don't even know about, that have been smuggled across the border, brought across the border, who have been given birth to here in the United States and sold, because not everybody cares about their children. Not everybody has children to love them. Some of them have them to make money off of them, to sell them, to use them for whatever purposes, right? There's some sick, twisted individuals out there. So you have to wonder, how many more companies are we going to hear about coming out with illegal, not just illegal immigrants, but illegal child immigrant labor? Illegal immigrant child labor, whatever. It says here, hold on. Employed migrant children at a cooking and packaging facility here in the Chicago area. An immigrant rights advocacy group that helped to report the matter. Some of their illegal child labor migrated from Guatemala. Now you know why Chicago Democrats are fighting so hard to keep illegal immigrants, cheap labor for their donors. Democrats want illegal migrants for their votes and cheap labor. This is from Wall Street Apes. Now, this is, do we want to listen to it? Sure, we'll play it for a second. You guys can hear a little bit of this and then we'll keep going. Smithfield and Minnesota just busted for child labor. Listen, Smithfield, isn't that the one that was bought by a Korean company? It's not even American owned. It's Korean owned, I believe. Smithfield Pork. Yeah, I quit using anything Smithfield forever ago just because of that too. Listen.
To an ABC News exclusive today, the U.S. Department of Labor is investigating HelloFresh. It is over allegations that the popular meal kit service employed migrant children at a cooking and packaging facility here in the Chicago area as recently as this summer. The facility in question is located in Aurora on Indian Trail. It's a Factor 75 facility, which was acquired by HelloFresh in 2020.
Okay, listen. When it's Chicago, right? But she said Aurora, and my first thought was Colorado. What is it with Aurora and they're being underhanded, illegal immigrant style situations. Aurora, Colorado, you had the Traven blah 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 gang, I don't know what to call them, the Venezuelan gang. They were going through and harassing the crap out of people in these apartment complexes, basically taking it over, banging on their doors with guns and stuff like that. And you had the mayor talking about how there was nothing happening, nothing going on, yet we could literally jump on social media and see it because the news sure as shit wasn't showing it. Now you have here Aurora, right outside of Chicago, same thing, illegal immigrants, but children this time, Tren de Aragua, that, thank you. You have the same issue here. How many other Auroras are there in the United States? Just out of curiosity, because y'all can Google faster than I can. I wonder how many other cities named Aurora there are out there, and if we will find that there are issues in those places as well. Very, very curious about that. But HelloFresh, you have to look at it a couple different ways. Is this real? Okay, we're just going to go with this. I try to question everything. Is this real, or is this another way to attack our food supply? Because there's been a lot of food supply attacks over the last few years. Is this another way to take away a system that makes it easier for people to get their meals? I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty sure there's illegal child labor, but you have to look at it from every single angle. A lot of times we think it's one thing, and then over here we find out it's something else, or there's numerous things working together to take things down. Raymond Penix, sir, thank you very, very much for that. I appreciate it. My whole screen just went bright pink, which is why I noticed this. So Raymond, thank you so much. That's absolutely amazing. I don't even know how to thank you for that. Thank you. Where am I at? Raymond made me forget everything. Not that it's difficult to do, because squirrel for a reason. Brain, get back to where we were going. Y'all lost it for a second because of Raymond over there. Raymond, thank you so very much. That'll actually help a lot, because there's, you know, it's Christmas time. So the shopping centers around us, there's 3 big shopping centers around us, and they all do the Salvation Army tree, but a lot of them have local church trees where you go and you pull the names of kids, and we do it every single year. We go and pick a boy and a girl. We just randomly, not a certain age or a certain whatever, but we pick a boy, pick a girl. We go out and buy presents, go drop them off, whatever else. So Raymond, if you don't mind, that will go towards that. So thank you very much for helping the kids out, because that's what we're doing today. Let me continue on with something else besides HelloFresh. The RFK stuff I'm going to end up doing over on X. If you guys paid attention to my community post yesterday, I went live on X because YouTube took down a video here because they said that talking about issues with children is not allowed. It goes against their child safety law or whatever rules, even though it was bringing child safety to the forefront and letting you know that these children need to be safer. Make that shit make sense. So I went live over on X yesterday to talk about some more stuff that I can't talk about over here. And I do believe that they already took down one RFK Jr. video. So I think that talking about RFK Jr. in the sense of food and what he's going to do and, you know, vaccines and things like that, I can't do over here, which really, I mean, it sucks. Like, there's supposed to be the ability to have open conversations and open dialogue, you know, with First Amendment rights and everything, but this is a paid, or not paid, I don't know exactly how to call it. It's a private company. There we go. It's a private company. That's what YouTube is. So they don't have to follow the Constitution as a private company, I guess. But X, because of Elon Musk, you have the ability to speak your mind, show the things you can't show over here on YouTube. So I'll be talking to RFK and health and stuff over there. So make sure you guys are following over there as well. It's a free thing. You just, you know, go on X and just hit follow, subscribe, whatever the crap the word is, and we'll continue talking over there. This is the other thing I want to bring to your attention. So in Louisiana, I told you, I don't know if I told you guys before, but we went to New Orleans, however you're supposed to say it, a couple months ago. Gotta be me. Said, thanks, Michelle. Great job as always. Gotta be me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hey, that's going towards the kids' presents. Let me go ahead and give that a like. That's going towards kids' presents too. We went to New Orleans when we had to evacuate from where we were here on the Gulf Coast because we thought we had a hurricane coming our way. It ended up going a little farther, never eat shredded wheat, east of us, so we were safe. But we went to New Orleans to be on the safe side with my mom, got her out of here. It was her first, she had just moved here, right? So we go to New Orleans, and I had always wanted to go to New Orleans. It was a bucket list thing for me, right? New Orleans in Louisiana, I wanted to see it. I thought it was gonna be great because of the way you see it in movies, whatever else. We got there and I was like, this is a shithole. It smelled. The amount of homelessness was ridiculous. There were numerous people we passed out on the streets, and I didn't know if they were dead or drunk or, you know, on some sort of drugs, what was going on. We went to the Garden District, which I was extremely excited about because Anne Rice is one of my absolute favorite authors. I know I'm weird. I like vampire stuff, and The Witching Hour is one of my favorite books, and it seems counterproductive to somebody who's trying not to, you know, give any sort of help to the left side to like Anne Rice. I know how that sounds, but she writes great books. So anyway, we went to the Garden District. I thought it was going to be amazing, and everything seemed like an absolute shithole. And this is in the daylight. We did not go into, what's it called? The main part where everybody does Mardi Gras and stuff at night. What's it called? Y'all, hello, brain, whatever. Can't think of it. Somebody here, help me out, because I can't remember what it's called. I'm having a complete brain fart right now. Come on, somebody, anybody, what's it called? What's it called? I can't think of it. Bourbon Street, French Quarter. There we go, French Quarter. Thank you, appreciate you. We went to French Quarter during the day, and because of the amount of cigarette smoke, because my daughter's allergic to cigarette smoke, it sucked. Because of the amount of just absolute dirtiness that you see in the daylight, I will never go back to New Orleans personally. The amount of debauchery was even too much for me. And remember, before I opened my eyes, I was probably considered liberal Democrat before I realized that that was a cult and that none of it was real, and that it was, you know, akin to being asleep and programmed and whatever else. So we hated New Orleans, and I thought to myself, the people who run this state must be not okay. I can't think of a better word, but not okay. Either they must be sick individuals to allow these kind of things all the time, or whatever else. So when I came across this today, this is breaking news according to Beheezy Tweets George. It says here, Sid Edwards, the Republican mayoral candidate in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a majority black city, by the way, just pulled off a massive upset by beating Sharon Broome, the two-term black female mayor. He won, look, 54%. She got 46%. Edwards only raised $80,000. This man raised $80,000 for his campaign. She had $600,000, and he still won, which is what is absolutely crazy. Remember, Kamala Harris had over $1 billion somehow and blew through it like that. Donald Trump, I think his was like, what, 300,000? No, how much? 3 million, 300 million? I don't remember the numbers. I feel like there's a 3 in there. I can't remember exactly how much Donald Trump raised, but he also didn't spend everything. And he was like, hey, Kamala, you need me to help pay off that debt you've got now? Imagine what she would have done to this country. But anyway, when I saw this, I'm sorry, I made my nose itch. I saw this and I was like, that is absolutely amazing. And some of the comments here in this post, this person said, everybody just assumed Democrats are going to take the House in 2026. The country has changed and people are tired of the woke bullshit. President Trump broke the barrier. President Trump has made it cool to vote for Republicans. If Republicans pass President Trump's agenda, they have a chance to turn the Democratic Party into a regional insurgents party, largely irrelevant in national politics. Which, when you see these things happening, this person says, that's shocking. NOLA, New Orleans, and Baton Rouge haven't gone Republican in years. I lived in NOLA for 15 years working in public safety, and we had high hopes for Mitch Landrieu, but he turned out to be as bad as Nagin for tearing that city down, and it was a double slap in the face when he joined the Biden campaign. A Republican candidate would be completely unheard of in NOLA, but not even half-mile across the city line, it's as red as can be. We did have a Republican congressman in the 2nd district, Joseph Chow, but he only lasted 1 term and he voted for Obamacare. So you have these areas that are predominantly blue, and for them to be predominantly blue and right now to flip red, that is huge, because it does show that there are enough people in enough areas that are seeing, either, look at it this way, they're either seeing that mainstream media has lied to them for the last however many years, or they are seeing for themselves what's going on in their cities, in their streets, and they are tired of it. Maybe their kids are being affected by it in school, when a girl goes into the bathroom and some little boy happens to be in there with her. You know, this could be a thing. And the air in my car is making my nose itch. I know I look half crazy right now, but maybe I just need to like dehair my nose. I don't know what the thing's called. What boys do, where they take the ear thing and the nose thing and they get the hairs out. Oh man. Anyway, hold on. I lost where I was again, because this is how my brain does. Where are we? Shanarella, gifts for the children. Oh, thank you so much. Listen, I'm going to go pick up some more names off that tree today, because we're going later on by the shopping center. I'm going to go pick up more names off the tree. Boy, girl, doesn't really matter. We're just going to eeny, meeny, miny, mo and pick one. Thank you guys for this. I'm going to put names on them too, if it'll let me put a name, because every year we never put a name. We just put anonymous, but I think you can put a name. I'm going to put y'all's names on these gifts that we're giving. Anyway, back to this whole thing. There are so many people out there that are seeing the difference in red versus blue, I think, right now, when it comes to morals, when it comes to common sense, when it comes to what is wanted for this country. You can step back and be left or blue or nothing and see that the Republicans clearly want what is best for the citizens of this country, where the Democrats clearly want what is best for their pockets, for other countries, for war, for illegal immigrants. Nothing about the Democrats has proven at all that they give an iota of a shit about the people of the United States of America. And I think people are getting more and more fed up with it. The whole push from the left, the entire campaign of Kamala Harris was about abortion and about transgender rights. It was not about you and I. It was not about 99% of Americans. It was about that 1% that they were trying to convince everybody was a much bigger population than it actually is. Because do you know how much money there is to be made in transgender gender mutilation and puberty blockers and selling fake boobs and selling fake dicks and selling fake vaginas and selling all this other stuff? So much money. All the mental health these people are going to need. Oh, the shrinks out there are going to have a field day, make a ton of money. R. Heath, man, y'all are absolutely amazing. I'm going to send you pictures of everything that we buy so you guys can see exactly what this is going towards. So thank you very, very much. I love you all immensely. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Yeah. So when you have here in Baton Rouge, was it Baton Rouge we said? Yes. When you have them going red over blue, that says something, especially in a predominantly black community. The mainstream media has you believing that if you're black, you have to vote Democrat, as opposed to really letting black Americans know that Democrats are exactly why there are the issues in the black community that there are. Democrats were the ones for slavery. Democrats are the ones, Joe Biden, I mean, look at him before he was ever vice president, all of the things that he implemented when he was in politics prior to that or before that. And you can see the distaste the Democrats actually have for a black population, but when it comes time for voting, they kiss your ass all day long because they need your votes. It's not because they actually give a crap, it's because they need your votes, right? And when you have a older white man come out and go up against a black woman who's already been in office and he wipes the floor with her, that tells you something, especially in a black community. It tells you something, and I'm very proud of that community. I'm very proud of Baton Rouge for stepping up and opening their eyes and doing what's best for them and their community. Lisa Smith, for the kiddos, girl, I got you. Y'all are amazing. I'm gonna have to go back through this afterwards and make a list of everything and tally it all up and see how many different names I can get and everything. Oh, this is awesome. So that's that, y'all. It's crazy to me, and it's absolutely amazing that this is what is going on. Don't really want to do that one because that's kind of not cute right now. Blah, 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 blah. Don't really want, oh, I can't do that one on here. There's this video right here that every time I see it, my blood boils, but we have to do that over on X because I can't do it here. Oh, some people should not have children. All right, we're going to do this last. This will be last, and then I'm going to let you guys go, all right? I saw this yesterday. Joy Behar, Whoopi Goldberg, and Megan Rapinoe, or whatever the crap her name is, are all leaving America. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, deuces, good riddance. Hell, I'll buy you the plane ticket if it means you'll get out and not come back, especially Whoopi and Joy. What, I don't know why these people keep announcing their departures, whether it's from X, whether it's from YouTube, whether it's from whatever social media, from the country. Nobody gives a shit. We're gonna throw a party once you leave. There will be no crying. There will be no, stay. Jerry says, awesome job, Jerry. You're going towards the kids there. I love it. Thank you so much, Jerry. What are we at now? Good. I can't even math in my head. That's a lot of presents. All I know is that's a lot of presents, and I'm extremely excited. I cannot wait to show you guys the pictures once everything's said and done. The turn-in date for everything is December 21st. So we've got, because I can math, 13 days. 13 days to go out and get everything and get it all wrapped up. Wrapping is my favorite part. I love wrapping presents, and I love watching people unwrap the presents that I have wrapped for them. I love it. So this is great. Where are we going with this? Oh, so all these people that are leaving, I'm like, all I hear when they say they're leaving, I hear they're going to make America great again. They're doing their part to make America great again. Hold on, orange just popped up. Alta, I got it. We're in it. Listen, this is amazing. Alice, holy Alice. Wait. Alice just sent $100 gifts for the kids. Denise, $50 for the kiddos. Y'all, this is absolutely amazing. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to go out and get all these gifts and wrap them up and put them out there. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. You guys are great. Look, I already had we had a amount set aside to do, and from everything you guys have sent, it is almost matched right now, I think, because I'm trying to remember all the numbers you guys have sent. It's almost matched. So this is absolutely amazing. This is absolutely amazing. I cannot wait. I'll do a video and put it up so you guys can see that too. We'll put it over on like a community post or something, and I'll show you the pictures and stuff of everything, the names that we get off the tree, the gifts that we buy, so you know exactly where your money is going. Because there's people out there, y'all. There's people out there who will tell you all day long they're doing something, and they just pocket your money and run away. That's not how we do on SquirrelTribe. So I'm super excited. Now I think that's it. Oh, no. Let's stop with this one. We'll leave with this one. You ready? Democrats are calling to put up a Joe Biden statue in front of the White House for his achievements. Just out of curiosity, what did he achieve? What did he achieve? You know what he achieved? I'll tell you exactly what he achieved. A Republican president. That's what he achieved. Joe Biden's greatest achievement was flipping the country back where it needed to be to the Republicans. That was his greatest achievement. And he didn't even mean to do it. It was an accidental achievement. Accidental achievement. So, there's that. That's a good one to end on, right? Yeah, I like that. Listen, I love y'all immensely. Oh, crap, it's already 1:15. How long have I been doing this? I'm going to pick my mom up in an hour and a half and take her out to dinner at a new place she hasn't been to. So that's going to be fun. Get to hang out with my mom today. Hopefully you guys are doing something fun. Also, seeing family, chilling, whatever makes your heart happy. Go do something that makes your heart happy today. And I will see you guys again tomorrow on Monday Fun Day. Oh, way off topic. I have my first Pilates class tomorrow night. It's a free thing to go try it out. I'm probably going to look real stupid trying to do this Pilates. I've been Googling it to see exactly what it all looks like. I'm going to feel like a pretzel. Something's going to get broken. It's not going to work out well. I'm going to do it anyway and see what it does. So that's that. I love you guys immensely. Thank you for everything you've done here for the kids. Thank y'all for being here in the live chat with each other. And I will see you guys again tomorrow. Okay? Love you. Bye.